The only problem you have is a discipline problem. What's up? Welcome back to another video. My name is Albert Lopez. In this channel I talk about how I'm practicing my intro, so if I mess up a little bit, bear with me. I thought of a new way to say it earlier today. So I talk about health. No, here we go. This is what I was gonna add. I talk about what I did to improve my health, my fitness, and my money. Talk about it in a simple way because that's all it took for me to start making progress. Baby steps created momentum, and momentum is what gave me measurable results. In other words, progress. So I come on here and I share what I've been doing and what I'm doing that's working to improve those three parts of my life: health, fitness, and my money. Let's go. All right, hope that wasn't too long. I'm out here for the daily walk with Sweet Cheeks. I was gonna wait till I got back, but then I thought, you know what, this was too good, and if I forget it, I'm gonna be bummed out. So here we go. I might have to press pause because it looks like Sweet Cheeks is taking a little gangster sit down. Be right back. All right, she's all done taking care of business. Now it's time for us to take care of business. So when I learned that the only problem I had was a discipline problem, that's when I found out that I didn't need to learn how to do anything else. I didn't need to learn how to, I didn't need to learn what exercises to do to build muscle. I needed to build discipline in order to just start exercising. And as I'd start exercising, I'd create momentum and start knowing on what I needed to do, what I had to do. I didn't need to learn how to save money. All I needed to do was build discipline, and automatically and organically, I would want to start saving money because a disciplined person saves money. I didn't need to go learn how to make more money. I didn't need to go look for another job or a better business or a new business or another business. All I needed to do was start building discipline to be better at what I was currently doing, my current business, my current work, and I would automatically start making more money. I didn't need to go learn how to eat, what to eat, learn how to eat less, how to take care of my body. All I needed was more discipline, and automatically I would know that the best thing to do would be to track my food and learn that no food is off limits. I just need to have the discipline to know how much and what to eat. It's all a discipline issue. The only thing you need to do is work on discipline. Even confidence, a lot of people think, oh, you gotta go get yourself some confidence. You can't. You build discipline and the Creator gives you confidence. Confidence is a gift. You don't make yourself feel more confident. You build discipline and you get confidence. So you build discipline, and what automatically happens? You look better, you feel better, you have better. In other words, you have more. Your surroundings start getting better, your habits start getting better. So your world starts getting better. People start thinking that what you do is the solution. Oh, it's because you got a good job. Oh, it's because he has nice things. That's why he feels confident. Oh, his job makes him feel confident. Oh, it's because he's lean and he has muscles. That's why he feels confident. Oh, it's because he has a nice girlfriend, a nice wife, a hot Latina wife. That's what I have. That's why he's confident. And it's like, no, it's none of those things. Those things are part of his life, will be part of your life when you build the discipline. The confidence will automatically come. It'll be gifted to you by the source of creation, God, as I have those beast clouds behind me. And you'll attract all the great things because you're an attractive person, because you have a high level of discipline. A person with high discipline is attractive. Therefore, he attracts things. What things? Good things. Why? Because he has good habits. because he has a good attitude. And it's all based on having good discipline, a high level of discipline. And you don't buy discipline. You don't get it, forced into you. It's not about having strict parents. Because as soon as you're done being parented, you could go to trash. A lot of people, you need to go have some military training in order to get discipline. But then as soon as they get out of the military, what happens? Trash. They lose it all. They were dependent on somebody else disciplining them. Again, looking for an external source to make you a better you. A real leader teaches you where to look. Doesn't tell you what to see. When I was told that, I was like, damn, well, thank you. And yeah, they said, look this way. Look at building discipline. Okay. And I did. And it works. It's been working. This was a missing link for me. I didn't know about building discipline. I was trying everything else. I was trying the job. I was trying the seminar. I was trying even exercising. I push exercising so much. I'll talk about it in a bit. But even that, without the right intention, that exercise was just to build muscle. Nothing else. Those fancy diets or whatever, popular diets, trending diets that I did in the past, yeah, they worked, but they didn't stick around. They weren't sustainable. Because one, it wasn't the right type of diet, but what do you expect? A low-level person, a person with no discipline was going to find the right diet? Of course not. And because it didn't have the right intention, it didn't last. It's all based under discipline. The only thing you should be focusing on if you want to start, okay, let's start living a better life. I know there's more. If you have that itch, if curiosity has finally made its way into your head, that's, by the way, your conscience finally getting to you. And it's not like, I used to think, fuck, why did it take me so long? You were on your hero's journey. You had to wait 44 years, before you got that clue, that unlock, that thing that I found the rabbit hole to start going under that started changing everything. Till now. And it took me a little bit. It was a while. Why did it take me so long? Is it because I'm dumb? Is it because I was distracted? I was stubborn or ego or whatever. It's like, no, that was your journey. Whenever I teach it to people that are younger, I do get that sense of like, man, you're lucky. You're learning in your 20s or in your 30s what I learned in my 40s. Fuck, if somebody would have told me like this clear instructions, I would, you're gonna be so much ahead. And I see them developing like in a short period of time. They lean up, they start getting muscles, their finances start to change, everything starts in their surroundings, their relationships get better, they're more disciplined, they're asking the right questions. Like, dang, just where I was at a few months ago. Like, why didn't I learn this sooner? And I even came to the conclusion that I bet you I did. My ears heard it. Someone did teach it to me. Someone did tell it to me. But I was still in my hero's journey. It wasn't my time yet. So if you already got that itch, then when I did hear it, it was the right time. It was when it needed to happen. If I learned it too early, I couldn't tell someone who's in their 40s, say, hey, now's the time. Because I learned this in my 20s. But now I can, because that's how I was programmed to be. That's who I needed to be. So if you're in the curiosity part right now and you're listening, and this is kind of like, you stumbled upon this video for some reason, or you follow me and you've been watching my other stuff and that stuff kind of resonates, it hits, like, don't ignore that. That's your conscience saying, hey, it's our time. If this is sounding good, if this is causing some curiosity, do what this guy says. If your conscience is telling you do what this guy says, do what I'm saying. It's simple. It's simple to start bettering your life. I'm giving you that one thing that you just need to focus on to make your life better, to make your health better. Discipline. Your health, mental health, external health, physical health. Your wealth. Money you're making, money you're saving, money you're spending. It's all a beautiful thing. Oh, so a job and businesses and investment. Discipline. Love for self. Love for your loved ones, love for others. Love for your haters. Oh, do I need like relationship counseling and coaching? Whatever. Discipline. A new girlfriend, a new wife. Discipline is all you need. Spirituality, understanding the basic ways that this universe works. You get back what you put out. Treat others as you want to be treated. The way you want to be treated, the way you're treated is how you treat others. Sometimes it's just the same thing and worded different and it hits different. Oh, so I need to go take, religious classes and spiritual classes, spiritual guiding. Discipline. Where are we at? Health, wealth, love, spirituality, generosity. It's like, oh, well, shoot, should I grab part of my money and go give it away? Right away we think generosity means financial generosity, money, giving away money. And although, that is part of it. But it comes down to you can't give what you don't have. Also, too, is your wisdom. That's much more powerful. If I give you money and you don't know how to manage it, you're going to spend it. You're not going to save nothing. You're going to spend it all. Or you're going to hang on to it. If you're a tightwad, you're going to hang on to it forever and do nothing with it. You have no knowledge in how that functions. That was the wealth pillar, right? So really, if you don't know, what are you going to teach? Oh, so how do I go learn? Where do I go learn how to be generous? Maybe I'll just give all my money away, all my clothes. I'll give all my clothes, all my belongings away. That's not what generosity is. The best way to see generosity is become the best version of you. Become the version of you that you would respect and admire. And then here comes the generosity part. So then you can help others do the same. Simplify it. Do what seemed to be impossible and difficult for you to do. Figure it out. And then make it really simple. Like if you were teaching a 5-year-old and go share it with the world. Go share it for whoever asks. Go share it on the internet. That's you being generous. That's saving whatever struggles you went through. If it took you 44 years to learn this and you could teach it to a 22-year-old, a 28-year-old, that's being generous. Go do that. That's the generous part. What does that take? To learn how to become the version of you that you would respect and admire. It takes discipline. You don't go take a class for that. You don't go to university for that. No. It takes discipline. Discipline to do the things that you need to do when you don't want to do them. But you know that you should. Everything comes down to that one thing. Discipline. The best way to build discipline, I'm going to tell you what it is. 2 things. 2 things that go hand in hand. And then you add more. You build the snowball and then you could add 3, 4, and 5. But the main thing to add, the main 2 things to, we got the rest of the pack back there. There comes Boo Boo. Boo Boo! Hang on. Oh yeah, where was I? Oh, I was about to tell you the way to build discipline. The way to build discipline is through restraint. The best way to practice restraint is through diet. One of the basic necessities that we need. Now there's more, but that one just is the one that's universal. We all eat. And most of us don't eat correctly. We don't eat the way this body was designed to eat. The best way to build discipline is to tracking your food, tracking your macros, your macronutrients. Not getting into deep, this isn't a video about dieting, this isn't a video about nutrition, but you want to start, I'll give you a little teaser, you want to start building discipline, which is the number one focus you should have in order to better your life. Go look for my other videos where I talk about tracking your macros. That's one. The other one, they're both one, they're both just as important, but the other one is exercise. Exercise raises your attitude. But the thing about it, why it goes hand in hand, one of the reasons why it's so important that you do both of them, is that you can start doing exercise today, and you should start tracking your food today. But the discipline is necessary. Why? Because exercising, I mean, you've probably done it, or you know somebody who has. Their day one is like, yes, I'm exercising every day now. Very good. Exercise twice a day. Then the next day, yes. Next day, yes. New Year's resolution style. But then, here comes that cold, rainy day. Oh, I don't know if I want to do it today. I'll skip today. Bam. Lack of discipline. Because you won't do it. You'll give yourself an excuse. You won't do it. Then you skip another day. Then here comes life, slaps you in the face. You won't exercise that day. Then you have a long day. Then you have a lot of issues. Then you're tired. Then you're sleepy. Then you got a lot to do. Then there it is. You skip 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. All right, so I ran out of space. Sorry about that. Continuing. Hopefully I remember. Let me see. Let me think a little bit. Okay, so I think I left off where I was saying that we need to build the discipline, and it comes hand in hand by doing exercise and diet. But the exercise usually comes first. I normally would say do the exercise first, but inspired by this cold weather is what ends up happening is you start self-sabotaging by skipping that exercise day. Oh, I'm not going to exercise tonight. I already did it in the morning. I'll just do it later on. Or you skip the whole day. Then you go back the next day and you're doing the exercise again. But then another thing happens, and since you've already excused yourself once with exercising, you're going to do it again because you've made it acceptable. So now you do it again. Now you do it 3. And this early on, it's going to mess you up. It's going to mess you up, especially because you have no discipline. So this is where the discipline kicks in. This is where the diet kicks in. You start tracking your food. You start building discipline right away, right out of the gate. So here you are tracking your food, building discipline. Exercising twice a day, elevating your attitude. And then when you have that self-sabotaging type of day where you may skip the exercise, especially like I said, within the first 3 to 6 months, you won't because you'll have the discipline that's being built alongside of you raising your attitude, having a better attitude with the exercising, that any little adversity, any little life challenge, any little, oh, I'm tired, oh, it's cold, oh, it's hot, oh, it's raining, oh, it's sweaty, oh, I just took a shower, or whatever, I still have to eat, I still have to take a shower, I still got to hang out with the family, no, family's important, family this. You put all these other things before you won't. Because you at the same time started building that discipline through the diet, through tracking your food. You start there, there's nothing stopping you. You're just going to create momentum on momentum on momentum. That's the best way to start improving your lifestyle. And start improving. There's more. We could go down the rabbit hole more, which is, like I said, what I've done, what I've been doing. We can start talking about thoughts, feelings, actions, your attitude, your habits. But I don't want to make this talk too long. I might run out of space. That's just a basic intro on where to start. You start shifting your self-talk, the way you look at things. Like, no, you don't have a relationship problem. It's a discipline problem. Just everything you don't like about your life, it's lack of discipline. That's all it is. And you can't expect anybody to discipline you. Oh, I'm going to go take this class because they're really strict there. They yell at you. And you may do well with that kind of training, with that kind of coaching. And that's different. That's coaching. That's something that you may need, a little guidance, a little someone to kind of get on you and kind of hold you accountable. But that's an accountable situation there. That's somebody holding you accountable. That's somebody not, giving you discipline. Discipline is not a transaction. Discipline is not something you can buy. You can buy an accountability coach, accountability partner, but that discipline is only through you. That's the real type of discipline that'll be sustainable, that'll help you grow, because you teach yourself. You teach yourself to build that discipline, to know that you have to do the things you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, but you know that you should. And you're not ever going to leave yourself. You're going to be with you since the first breath till the last breath. So it's not like, oh, I was doing good, but then my discipline coach left. No, it's you. You're your discipline coach. You're your discipline guide, the person that is always going to hold yourself to do the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them, but you know that you should. Nobody else can do that. They can force you, but that's something else. That's strong arming you. That's leading. That's leading by fear. That's, like I said, that's just being forceful. That's not discipline. Again, you can kind of see how it works, and then if you have the intention of that kind of training is to, like, hey, look, do this for yourself, do it like this for yourself. Like, oh, okay. But it all comes back down to you. You need to be the one that's building discipline for yourself. Because remember, when you build your own discipline, which is the only way that could happen, you're rewarded with confidence. Once you start knowing what confidence feels like, you'll want more of it, because confidence feels good. And there's nothing like the feeling of earning confidence when you never had any. When that hits, right after that first set of exercise, that first set of push-ups or burpees or a quick walk with the intention of this exercise is to build a better attitude. When you start tracking your food and you start having that little bit of like oh man, but I'd rather have this, these 8 cookies. Like, no, we're not going to have those today. We're just going to have, half a cookie or a whole, whatever. I'm not going to give you any numbers, because it all depends on how you're tracking your food and your variables, age, level of exercise, what you need to do. Maybe you need to gain weight. I don't know. But it all comes in an appropriate way of eating. Tracking your macros, proteins, fats, and carbs. You do that for one day with your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. By the end of the day, you're going to know what confidence feels like, because you're going to have built discipline. You restrained yourself from eating the things that you want to eat and ate the things that you're supposed to eat. And that takes discipline. You've built it. You're rewarded with confidence. That moment right there, when you lay your head down to sleep, you're going to be like, wow. And if you exercise in the morning and you did your exercise at night for the intention to raise your attitude, that's going to be the moment where you're like, this is what confidence feels like. And you'll know how much you didn't have. I was in the negative side of things. I was past zero. There's confidence, there's zero confidence, and then there's negative confidence. I was in the negative side of things. So when I built my first chunk of confidence, it was like, oh, this is it. Here's the answer. Here's the missing piece. Here's what I've been missing all my life. I've been trying to do everything with no confidence. I've been trying to do everything with no discipline. How could a no disciplined person ever think he's going to make any progress? Never. It wasn't the tools that I was doing. It wasn't the seminars. It wasn't the coaching. It wasn't all that was right. None of those things that I was doing was wrong. They were all helpful. I've returned to some of them and started doing them again. What was wrong was me. I was a person that had no discipline. Once I built the discipline, anything I do, I'm doing as a person with a high level of discipline and confidence. So it comes out to match what a person with discipline and confidence would get out of that thing that I'm doing. That's why if you want to start making progress, if you want to start having measurable results, if you want to start changing your lifestyle, the number one focus you should have is discipline. Check out my other videos. I talk about it more there. If you're liking this stuff and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're a new time here, welcome. I hope you're liking the vibe. I hope you're liking the content. Make sure to subscribe. If you got anything out of this video, if you dug it, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. If you got any questions, something just wasn't clear, drop the question in the comment. I'll make a video out of your question. That way if somebody else has the same question, they could benefit from it too. It's all about that generosity. You're being generous by asking a question. You could be helping out someone else that didn't ask the question but had it. You know how that goes. You're already being generous by asking the question. If you have one, don't force it or anything. But if something isn't clear and you do want to get a little bit more, drop a question in the comments. Or if you're already doing this, you've been following me for a while and you're already doing it and you're already seeing the progress, tell me a little bit about what's going on. Share it. You could be the inspiration, the faith to someone else to let them know, like, hey, this really works and it's possible. That's all I'm sharing here. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, hey, this stuff really works. Start here and everything else will get better. I'll get you on the next one.